course I have my hat, so I'm gonna have to be careful. There was a slip right there. Not as muddy, not as slippery. Camera down, camera down. Oh, is the lens clean? It appears to be. What's happening, everybody? Suburban Hiker kicking rocks at Potato Creek State Park in Lakeville, Indiana. Today is Sunday, February 23rd, approximately 2:50 in the afternoon. This place is busy today. I bet I haven't walked half a mile yet, and I've already passed 20 people. They're out because it is a fantastic afternoon. Calling for a high of approximately, I think, 52 today. I'm checking now. I need to bring it up on my phone, see if I can get reception out here. It is indeed 52 degrees, sunny, a very light breeze, at least here in the wooded area. It's pretty breezy out in the open spots, but in the woods here it's not bad. I'm wearing a pair of shorts today. That's how nice it is. I have two shirts, a t-shirt and then a long sleeve shirt that's ultimately not even as heavy as a t-shirt. And of course I have my hat, and I'm sweating because it's that warm. I am also wearing a backpack today. I didn't know how long I would be out here, or for how long I would hike, how far I would go. So I brought a few essentials that would get me through the afternoon. The way the park's laid out, I can combine trails and cover up to 20 miles, or I could just do a 1 mile trail or a 5 mile trail. Regardless of how far I intend to hike or how long I intend to be out here, it is a fantastic day to be out. This weather for the end of February is just fantastic, but I'll take it. I hope I don't want to get my hopes up high. Spring is around the corner, but the corner is a little farther away than we might think. I haven't stated my intentions for this hike just yet because I'm not sure how far I'm going to go for various reasons. Mostly I didn't know what to expect. I have not been out walking yet this year, let alone a hike in the woods. I got busy with Christmas and then work, still hectic, and I've been laid up a little bit with back problems. I stopped exercising, I stopped walking for the last 6 weeks or so, 8 weeks, and well, my back gave out. Missed a couple days of work. I did manage to walk 6 miles earlier this week, 3 days, 2 miles each day. That helps a lot. This is my first official hike of the year. It's fantastic so far, but I don't know what I'm going to be able to do. The ground is really muddy and very slippery, and for those of you with back issues, you know that little slip, even just an inch, can cause a lot of trouble. I've slipped a few times already, and there's that shooting pain that goes through the lower back. So I'm gonna have to be careful. There was a slip right there. I'm walking just off trail. Here, let me show you what I'm doing here. Just off trail to the side of it. It's not as muddy, not as slippery, even though I did just slip. It's a lot of leaf coverage on the ground. But I'm doing the best I can, given the condition of my back. We will look at the map here shortly, and I'll give you a layout of what I intend to do. I just wanted to see how the trails were. One thing I did not expect is that there are a million people here. I have people in front of me, people walking behind me. The parking lot was full. I waited. It took 25 minutes for me to get up to my turn to pay. That's how busy it is today. Decision to make. My loose plan was to combine trails, possibly Trail 4, which I was just on, Trail 2 and Trail 1, make for about a 9-mile hike. And now I need to decide whether I can do that or not. I think we will add Trail 2. We'll go from there. This is a connecting trail that will allow Trail 4 and Trail 2 to connect. We'll take that and we'll go on to at the next available park bench. I'll pull the map out and we'll look at where we're at and where we're going. Okay, I found a nice little bench. We're gonna look at the map here. We've already covered from here to approximately here. It's about 1.5 miles so far. This is the beginning of Trail 4, or actually it's the end of Trail 4, but I'll talk about that in a second. If I add 2, that'll bring us all the way up here. Trail 4 is 2.5 miles, and Trail 2 is 2 miles. Rugged terrain. There's more elevation change, but nothing dramatic. I think I'll go ahead and do mile 2 or Trail 2, like I said, and we'll come around and then back and finish up 4. A good handful of my decisions for this hike were made last second. As soon as I saw the line of cars to get in, I decided I probably would want to do the more rugged trails because I didn't think most people would be on them. And then I just mentioned that I'm doing them backwards because I didn't want to go with a group. I would rather pass people going in an alternative direction instead of getting lumped in and walking in a crowd or a small bubble of people. Nice little set of stairs to crawl up. Up top here, I'll take a coffee break. At the top of those stairs was not the observation deck that I thought it was. There's another one down the trail. That was the observation deck that I wanted to stop and take a coffee break at. Yep, that's what's in my pack. Have some coffee. I also brought some cheese. I've not eaten yet today, and it is now 3:30. Getting pretty hungry. I'm over 2 miles into the hike. Back's on fire. Other than that, I'm doing okay. Another decline. There's not a whole lot of elevation change here. There's some up and down, to be sure, but it's not thousands of feet. Just a couple hundred at a time. It's not the worst thing in the world. But when it's muddy and the leaves are wet and there's still snow on the ground and your back hurts, now it's a bit challenging. Here's the observation deck I was looking for. Nice little bench for a cup of coffee. Vargo Hill, elevation 885 feet. It's not so bad. Just right at about, we're just under tree line. Not much. How you doing?
All right, yourself?
Oh, not so bad.
Not too bad.
Been better, been worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great day for a hike.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Cup of coffee. Well, here I am, still sitting on Vargo Hill at elevation 885 feet. Been up here for about 45 minutes. Joined by an elderly couple who sat and talked to me and talked to me and talked to me. They decided to do the same thing I did. Actually, they were walking the trails backward to avoid the crowd. But I've made an executive decision where I need to turn around and go back the way I came, and even take a shortcut back. I'm going to be running out of daylight. I sat and talked to them for so long. It was at least 45 minutes. I could have gotten 2 miles in that amount of time. But it was an enjoyable chit chat. I would have put them on camera, but they weren't interested. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna throw my pack back on, and I drank the coffee and I ate my cheese. But now it's right around 4:30, and I need to get back home. So I'm gonna put the pack back on and head down the trail, and we'll pick it up along the way. That's a little sketchy. Got a dead tree holding up a dead tree. Well, I am back on the connecting trail that will lead me back to Trail 4 where we started. Shadows are starting to get long. sun is starting to go down here in Indiana. It starts getting dark right around 5:30, which is why I haven't made many videos this winter. I don't get home from work until about 5. Been working a lot of hours this winter. It's good for the bank account, but not so good for hiking, being outside. That'll change before too long. I'll work less hours and be able to get more videos done. We haven't had much of a winter. It's just been cold. We've had very little snow to speak of. I like snow. Cold without snow is just cold. I'm not a fan of it. If it's going to be cold, I would love snow. A couple feet of it would be fantastic for me. This connecting trail is actually a service road. There's a couple of them that go through the park that serve as connecting trails. If you ever get the chance to hike Potato Creek, I strongly suggest it. It's an awesome park. Well, there you go. It's the end of the hike. Did just under 5 miles. It didn't go as expected. I had hoped to do more, but you have to be flexible, otherwise you'll get bent out of shape. Go ahead, subscribe to the channel, click like on the video, share the video on your favorite social media platforms. Leave me comments down below. Let me know what you thought of the video. More than anything though, thanks for watching. Suburban Hiker checking out. We'll see you in the next video.